Alright, Mandela Affected Targeted Individuals. Yo, it's DMBPF, yeah? And all my talks is like unscripted, so you might as well call that a freestyle, yeah? So, anyway, I was trying to explain to you my take on secret organizations and perpetrator behavior in general. So the way I look at it, once I went to an astrologist, yeah, and they said, well, you're cursed. Everything's crossed. I haven't seen a man this cursed since Jerubbaal. That's Gideon in the Bible. The Baals had cast him. Yeah, so but basically, to give you an example of what how a secret organization comes about, it comes about basically everybody who runs the system is part of a secret organization. Yeah, they meet in secret so that they can be themselves. Yeah, they spend all their life in public knowing that they're being viewed, but they need a place to be where they can just, put their feet down and just be themselves. Yeah, gentleman clubs form, women clubs, and people, and these are the things we suspect to be secret organizations, where they're just like gentleman's club or females club. Yeah. So when you as a targeted individual notice perpetrator behavior, yeah, it's very similar to behavior of somebody who's trying to do something else. Now let me read you the story of Romeo and Juliet. Not the story of Romeo and Juliet, just an excerpt from an entry on Wikipedia. I'm not gonna do that. Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare early in his career about two young star-crossed lovers whose deaths ultimately reconciled their feuding family. And then when we look at what star-crossed means, yeah, star-crossed or star-crossed lover is a phrase describing a pair of lovers whose relationship is often thwarted by outside forces. Now that sounds like a targeted individual, doesn't it? Outside forces are thwarting your efforts to be in a relationship, basically, because you've chosen someone, you've looked at the world and you've said to yourself, right, this is the best person for me, and it turns out that it's somebody that is from an environment or situation that is really inappropriate in terms of what other people think. Yeah, this is when targeting starts. Yeah, so Romeo and Juliet were targeted by their family, and that was the reason. There's going to be reasons like that. So the way people get around this is say, right, if I fall in love with someone who's not appropriate in my situation, I'm gonna creep. I'm gonna be on top of my game and creep, yeah, and go and see that, yeah, and at least I'll find what I'm looking for in life, yeah. I want to be with a woman on the level playing field. When you're talking to a woman where you're both not allowed, you can't say, yo, I'm the man, you must do this. Nah. She'll raise the alarm and you're not allowed. So the only time we can respect women on an equal playing field is when we're creeping. Can you imagine that? Because you approach her and you say, oh, you listen, I want to talk to you, I know I don't want anybody to see shit, and can we do that? And yeah, and you make a proposition, but if you disrespect her in that, you say, why should I do that? All I have to do is tell people that you're doing that. So the only time you can respect her is if you're creeping with her, yeah. But in public, the way they play it out, women feel disrespected, yeah. Sometimes men feel disrespected. They haven't balanced it. So occasionally the elite set up secret organizations where they get away from that and they just be themselves how they want to be. It might be evil, it might be good, you never know, yeah. But that's a fear we take on to allow people to be free. Yeah, and that's a fear they must take on to allow us to be free. So we also creep. The common man also creeps. Yeah, So I don't want targeted individuals to be catching people when they're creeping about their business, because you could be spoiling some very, very beautiful stories out there. Yeah, somebody might be creeping about acting like he's a pup, yeah, but he's there to see his Juliet. And you're there photographing it, recording it, and you expose the whole thing. So you be careful when you report people. There are evil people in there, but unless something is targeted towards you, leave it be. Don't. If somebody is talking to another individual, you don't record that and say these perpetrators are doing that. No, record something that's specific to you. Yeah, make sure it's very specific. Somebody gives you eye contact more than once, yeah, that's an area of interest. Yeah, but you have to be careful that you check that you're not ruining these things. That's why Jesus says turn the other cheek. Yeah, somebody looks at you once, before you start reacting by recording them, yeah, check if they do it again. Yeah, they might be on something else and they just happen to catch you to see. They might be suspecting you for being somebody who might know what they're doing. Yeah, so you got to look at perpetrator behaviors and mannerisms and dissect them and try to get to the bottom of what that event is. It could be something else. Yeah, so and the same way we have to look at secret organizations. They might be there for a different reason. Yeah, I'm not part of any secret organizations and I don't join any. Yeah, and so and everything I do is gonna be cursed, so I creep as well. Yeah, because if I do it publicly, they're gonna curse it. So yeah, it's a bit like the Matrix, but the only reason why you find the good on the other side, on the dark side, is because society is set up in such a way that we're star-crossed and we're not allowed. But a man must still be with woman, whether you're allowed or not. You must still be with woman. So if you're star-crossed, yeah, or everything crossed, yeah, where there haven't been anything as cursed as you since Jerubbaal, yeah, Gideon, then for you, creeping is the only way you're gonna get to find your Juliet. Yeah. So we must also understand why people develop secret organizations, because if you look at the Greater War, yeah, it's not those gangsters or politicians that's the Greater War. Yeah, these are things. In fact, you need to learn how to creep. Yeah, if you're to get happiness in this world as a targeted individual, you need to learn how to creep. The only way you're gonna get to be happy is if no one knows about it, because as soon as they know, they start targeting you. You're star-crossed. Yeah, so targeted individuals are all star-crossed in some way. Yeah, so the only way you're gonna get your thing is to creep and hide and act like a perpetrator, but you know in your heart you're good. You know you're the good. You're just trying to find your Juliet. So you don't want somebody to mistake you for something that you're not. Yeah. So I just want all perpetrators, well, not perpetrators, all targeted individuals to bear in mind that we will also need to learn how to creep like that, but we'll be the good. Yeah. So when you're exposing it, make sure you don't expose the good. Yeah. And if you do so, please do point out that actually this is something that was actually innocent, and don't pursue it. That's somebody living their life.